A Europe Museum Guide. Chapter 1. A Europe Museum Guide. A Europe Museum search engine at museums.eu. Search by country, city, and / or type. Museums.eu. Use dmoz-odp.org/regional/Europe to find museums. There are subcategories by country and topic. Subcategories. Regions. Åland Islands, Albania, Andorra, Armenia, Austria, Azerbaijan, Belarus, Belgium, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Bulgaria, Croatia, Cyprus, Czech Republic, Denmark, Estonia, Faroe Islands, Finland, France, Georgia, Germany, Gibraltar, Greece, Guernsey, Hungary, Iceland, Ireland, Isle of Man, Italy, Jersey, Latvia, Liechtenstein, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Macedonia, Malta, Moldova, Monaco, Montenegro, Netherlands, Norway, Poland, Portugal, Romania, Russia, San Marino, Serbia, Slovakia, Slovenia, Spain, Svalbard and Jan Mayen, Sweden, Switzerland, Turkey, Ukraine, United Kingdom, Vatican City, Arts and Entertainment, Business and Economy, Education, Employment, Government, Guides and Directories, Health, Maps and Views, News and Media, Real Estate, Recreation and Sports, Science and Environment, Shopping, Society and Culture, Transportation, Travel and Tourism, Weather. Europe Museum websites at dmoz-odp.org/reference/museum/by_region/Europe. Subcategories. Belgium, Croatia, Czech Republic, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Hungary, Iceland, Ireland, Italy, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Macedonia, Netherlands, Norway, Russia, Serbia, Slovakia, Slovenia, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, United Kingdom, Automotive, Aviation, Children's, History, Maritime, Medical, Military, Natural History, Railroad. Related categories. Reference Museums Arts and Entertainment Art Museums Europe. Regional Europe. Amsterdam Museum.nl, Amsterdam Museum. The collection consists of paintings, prints, maquettes, objects, and archaeological finds. It shows how Amsterdam grew from a small medieval town to a world-famous center. Auschwitz.org, Auschwitz, Birkenau Memorial and Museum, World War II Extermination Camp and Memorial to Holocaust Victims. berliner-maur-gedenkstate.de, Berlin Wall Documentation Center, one component of the Memorial Site Ensemble at Bernauer Strasse, including the Berlin Wall Memorial and the Chapel of Reconciliation, designed to preserve the history of the division of Germany. Caagramsigheilerza.org, Casa Museo di Antonio Gramsci, Museum and Center of Documentation and Research into Gramscian Works and the Workers' Movement. Ghilarza, Oristano, Sardinia, Italy. HistoryMuseum.org, the National Museum of History, Bulgarian Archaeological and Historical Archive on the Balkans. Virtual tour of museum galleries, fully searchable exhibits, and database. IrishWhiskeyMuseum.ie, Irish Whiskey Museum, based in Dublin, Ireland, offering tours and finishing with whisky tasting. Provides a blog which includes things to do in the area, and recipes. Carspo.tripod.com, St. Agatha's Historical Complex, photographs, details, and historical information about the crypt, catacombs, church, and museum. lhm.lviv.ua, the Lviv Historical Museum, unique museum collections of Ukraine from ancient to modern times, with approximately 330,000 pieces. Majdanek.eu, State Museum at Majdanek, a German Nazi concentration camp in Lublin, was granted its legal status of a central state institution in accordance with the law issued by the Parliament on July 2, 1947. memorial.ebense.at/english/index.html, Ebense Concentration Camp Memorial, a satellite camp of Mauthausen on November 18, 1943 near the village of Ebense in Upper Austria, one of over 40 outposts of the concentration camp Mauthausen, where prisoners had to work for the German armament industry. msa.sk, Museum of Sveti Anton, an art, historical and hunting exposition located in a Baroque classicist manor house from the 18th century in the town of Sveti Anton, Slovakia. Includes a guide and lists upcoming events. Slovak/English. Musée Président T.J. Chirac.fr, the Musée du Président Jacques Chirac, at Saran, in the heart of the Massif des Mondières in Corrèze, houses a collection of gifts given to the president during his official duties. museum-stoffels-muehle.at/e-index.html, Museum in Hohe Nems, a cultural historical documentation of 2000 years of mill technology. museum119.cz/default.htm, Museum of Air Battle over the Ore Mountains. Exhibits include artifacts from crashed aircraft, photographs, documents, uniforms, and dioramas. General information schedule, and location. museum.viljandima.ee, the Museum of Viljandi, Museum of Archaeology, Cultural Heritage, and Natural History in Estonia. In English, Estonian, and German. Pengsjomuseum.se/museum/english.htm, Pengsjo Settlers Museum. The site describes a Swedish museum of old buildings from the 17th, 18th and 19th centuries. real-kremlin.ru, Kazan Kremlin State Museum Park, the Citadel, Kremlin, in Kazan, Tatarstan. Shows the site from times of antiquity to the present, with information on the architecture and the Hermitage Center. schell-collectation.com, Hans Schell Collection, the world's largest museum of locks and keys, coffers, ornamental boxes, chests, safes, and ornate cast iron. Sirlachews.fi, GA. Sir Lachius Museum, traces the course of human lives in the country from the 19th century to the present day, and includes details of exhibitions, events, guided tours, and directions. Located in Finland. Finnish, Swedish, English. static.synergy.at/cms_bergwork/English, Silver Mine Schwaz, a journey to the Middle Ages, and for 90 minutes follow in the miner's footsteps in the biggest silver mine of the 16th century. Stutthof.org, National Stutthof Museum, World War II Concentration Camp Museum. Chapter 2. Some lists of European museums. Find lists of museums by European country through en.wikipedia.org/wiki/category:"lists_of_museums_in_Europe". This website en.wikipedia.org/wiki/category:"lists_of_museums_in_Europe" has links to Wikipedia websites that list museums by European country. Lists of museums in Armenia, 2p. Lists of museums in Austria, 11p. Lists of museums in Denmark, 6p. Lists of museums in France, 4p. Lists of museums in Germany, 7p. Lists of museums in Italy, 35p. Lists of museums in the Netherlands, 7p. Lists of museums in Poland, 2p. Lists of museums in Russia, 1c, 3p. Lists of museums in Spain, 8p. Lists of museums in Switzerland, 5p. Lists of museums in Ukraine, 2p. A. List of museums in Albania. List of museums in Andorra. List of museums in the Republic of Artsakh. List of museums in Azerbaijan. B. List of museums in Belarus. List of museums in Belgium. List of museums in Bosnia and Herzegovina. List of museums in Bulgaria. C. List of museums in Croatia. List of museums in Cyprus. List of museums in the Czech Republic. E. List of museums in Estonia. F. List of museums in Finland. G. List of museums in Georgia, country. List of museums in Gibraltar. List of museums in Greece. List of museums in Guernsey. H. List of museums in Hungary. I. List of museums in Iceland. List of museums in the Republic of Ireland. List of museums in the Isle of Man. J. List of museums in Jersey. K. List of museums in Kazakhstan. L. List of museums in Latvia. List of museums in Lithuania. List of museums in Luxembourg. M. List of museums in Malta. List of museums in Moldova. List of museums in Monaco. N. List of museums in North Macedonia. List of museums in Norway. P. List of museums in Portugal. R. List of museums in Romania. S. List of museums in San Marino. List of museums in Serbia. List of museums in Slovakia. List of museums in Slovenia. List of museums in Sweden. List of museums in Switzerland. T. Museums in Turkey. U. List of art museums and galleries in Ukraine. V. List of museums in Vatican City. The best museums in Europe according to wanderlustchloe.com/best-museums-in-Europe. Annefrank.org/Anne Frank House, Amsterdam, the Netherlands. Louvre.fr/N, the Louvre, Paris, France. Louvre.fr/N, Musée d'Orsay, Paris, France. m.museivaticaani.va/content/museivaticani-mobile/en.html:/www.vaticanmuseums, Rome, Italy. Museo del Prado.es/n, Museo Nacional del Prado, Madrid, Spain. museum1939.pl/n, the Museum of the Second World War, Gdansk, Poland. nm.cz/n, the National Museum, Prague, Czech Republic. redflatsofia.com, the Red Flat, Sofia, Bulgaria. smb.museum/en/museums-institutions/Pergamon Museum/home, Pergamon Museum, Berlin, Germany. tate.org.uk/visit/tate-modern, the Tate Modern, London, England. The Acropolis Museum.gr/en/exhibition-areas, Acropolis Museum, Athens, Greece. The most visited Europe museums. Louvre, Paris. State Hermitage, St. Petersburg. Reina Sofia, Madrid. Vatican Museums, Vatican. State Tretyakov Gallery, Moscow. Centre Pompidou, Paris. Museo Nacional del Prado, Madrid. Musée d'Orsay, Paris. Site des Sciences et de l'Industrie, Paris. Galleria degli Uffizi, Florence. Rijksmuseum, Amsterdam. Auschwitz-Birkenau Museum, Auschwitzum. Van Gogh Museum, Amsterdam. The best museums in Europe according to the adventurousfeet.com/best-museums-in-Europe. Acropolis Museum, Athens, Greece. Anne Frank House, Amsterdam, the Netherlands. Archaeological Museum of Thessaloniki, Greece. Arcticum Museum in Pilka, Finnish Lapland. Art History Museum, Vienna, Austria. Bronte Parsonage Museum, Haworth, West Yorkshire, England, out of the EU. Galerija November 7, 95, Sarajevo, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Galleria dell'Accademia, Florence, Italy. Louvre Museum, Paris, France. Miniature Wonderland, Hamburg, Germany. Museum of the Great War, Peronne, France. National Museum in Prague, Czech Republic. National Museum of Scotland, Edinburgh, Scotland. National Tile Museum, Lisbon, Portugal. Orsay Museum, Paris, France. Paul's Cathedral and the Millennium Bridge. Pergamon Museum, Berlin, Germany. Rijksmuseum, Amsterdam, the Netherlands. The Museum of the Second World War, Gdansk, Poland. The Prado, Madrid, Spain. The East Side Gallery Museum, Berlin, Germany. The Ancient Agora, Athens, Greece. The Red Flat, Sofia, Bulgaria. Titanic Belfast Museum, Northern Ireland. Vatican Museums, Vatican City. Viking Ship Museum, Oslo, Norway. The best museums in Europe according to frandwide.com. Andorra, Museum of Miniatures. Austria, Belvedere Museum. Belvedere Museum, Vienna. Belgium, Magritte Museum. Magritte Museum, Brussels. Belgium, Old Masters Museum. Brussels. Croatia, Museum of Arts and Crafts, Zagreb. Croatia, Museum of Broken Relationships. Czech Republic, Museum of Communism. Prague.eu. Denmark, Thorvaldsens Museum. Copenhagen. France, Louvre Museum. Paris. France, Musée d'Orsay. Paris. France, Musée Picasso. The Marais of Paris. PabloPicasso.org. Germany, Pergamon Museum. Berlin. Greece, Acropolis Museum. Athens. Greece, Benaki Museum. Greek Culture and Art. Hungary, Hungarian National Museum. Budapest. Italy, Doge's Palace. Former palace was home to the Doge. Venice. Italy, Galleria Borghese. Formerly the home of Cardinal Scipione Borghese. Collections of artwork. Italy, Uffizi Gallery. Florence. Renaissance Art. Luxembourg, Grand Duke Jean Museum of Modern Art. Luxembourg City. Monaco, Top Cars Collection. Monaco Car Museum at the Prince's Palace of Monaco. Netherlands, Rijksmuseum. The National Museum of the Netherlands Amsterdam. Netherlands, Van Gogh Museum. Amsterdam. Norway, Viking Ship Museum. Oslo. Poland, Panstov Museum Auschwitz-Birkenau Museum. Portugal, Museu Nacional de Arte Antiga. Lisbon. Portugal, National Coach Museum. Carriages and coaches. In the former Belém Palace's horse riding arena in Lisbon. Russia, Faberge Museum. On the Fontanka River in St. Petersburg. Decorative and Fine Arts. Paintings and Jewelry. Russia, State Hermitage Museum. St. Petersburg. Spain, Dalí Theatre Museum. Museum of Salvador Dalí. Spain, Museu Picasso. Pablo Picasso Artist. Barcelona. Spain, Prado National Museum. Madrid. Sweden, Vasa Museum. Sweden. Vikings and Maritime History. Stockholm, on an island. Switzerland, Kunsthaus Zurich. Zurich. Zurich.com. Turkey, Hagia Sophia Museum. Turkey. Vatican City, Vatican Museums. Vatican City. Some iconic European museums at seeker.io/seeker/iconic-museums-in-Europe. Acropolis Museum. Athens, Greece. Anne Frank House. Amsterdam. Auschwitz-Birkenau State Museum, Judenramp. Austrian Gallery Belvedere. Vienna, Austria. Borghese Gallery and Museum. Rome, Lazio, Italy. Centre Pompidou Metz. The eastern French city of Metz. Collection de voitures anciennes de SAS. Car enthusiasts in Monaco. Dali Theatre Museum. Figueres, Catalonia. Doge's Palace. Venice, Italy. Grand Duke Jean Museum of Modern Art. Luxembourg's Historic District. Kelvin Grove Art Gallery and Museum. Glasgow, Scotland. Kunsthaus Zurich. Zurich in Switzerland. Louvre Museum. Paris. Musée d'Orsay. Paris. Museo Nacional del Prado. Spain. Museu Nacional do Azulejo. Lisbon, Portugal. Museu de Arte Contemporânea de Serralves. Serralves Park. Museum of Communism. Prague. Museum of Broken Relationships. Museo Nacional Centro de Arte Reina Sofia. Museum in the Warehouse. St. Gallen, Switzerland. Museum of Miniatures. Prague. National Coach Museum. Lisbon. Neon Museum. Warsaw Mazowiecki, Poland. Pergamon Museum. Berlin, Germany. Picasso Museum. Barcelona, Catalonia, Spain. Rijksmuseum. Amsterdam. State Hermitage Museum. Sankt Petersburg, Russian Federation. The Centre Pompidou. Paris. Uffizi Gallery. Firenze Toscana, Italy. Van Gogh Museum. Amsterdam, Noord-Holland, Netherlands. Vasa Museum. Sweden. Vatican Museums. Vatican City Holy See. Viking Ship Museum. Oslo, Norway. Viking Ship Museum. Roskilde, Denmark. Chapter 3. Some Europe Museum websites by country. Austria. mmkslw.or.at/test/e/gallery/gallery.htm, Galleries. mmkslw.or.at/test/e/austel/austel.htm, Exhibits. Belgium. muse.ucl.ac.be, Musée de Louvain-la-Neuve, Université Catholique de Louvain. lea.muse.ucl.ac.be/eole, Database on Belgian Cultural Heritage. muse.ucl.ac.be/museum/information/anglais, English, Dutch, and German. Czech Republic. sunsite.mff.cuny.cz/prague/culture/upm, Museum of Decorative Arts, Prague. sunsite.mff.cuny.cz/prague/culture/nm, National Museum, Prague. ecn.cz/private/osf/sCCA/eng/calendar/ng_e.htm, National Gallery in Prague, Center for Modern and Contemporary Art. ecn.cz/cul/adresa.htm, Galleries contacts and addresses. sunsite.mff.cuny.cz/prague/culture/number museums, Denmark. Louisiana.dk, Louisiana Museum of Modern Art, North Zealand Coast. Louisiana.dk/English1.html, English and Danish. natmuse.min.dk/9gb.htm, National Museum of Denmark, Copenhagen. natmuse.min.dk. natmuse.min.dk/musegb.hdm, museums. Kulturnet.dk/home/ncg, New York, Carlsberg, Glyptotek, Copenhagen. Kulturnet.dk/home/ncg/pracopi/index-uk.html, English. Finland. jkl.fi/alta, Alvar Aalto Museum, JYVSKYL Architecture. fng.fi, Finnish National Gallery, Helsinki. fng.fi/fng/html2/n, English, Finnish, and Swedish. hel.fi/art museum, Helsinki City Art Museum. hel.fi/art museum/english/sivu1.html, English. nba.fi/natmuse/kameng.html, the National Museum of Finland, Helsinki. nba.fi/natmuse/infofin.htm, Finnish and Swedish. museoliito.fi/nmuse.htm, Finnish Museums Information. museoliito.fi/aako.htm, alphabetical list of museums. museoliito.fi/paikka.htm, by location. museoliito.fi/taiwaipit.htm, by type. museoliito.fi/english.htm, Finnish Museums Association. museoliito.fi, Finnish and Swedish. umu.se/nordic.museology/nm/nordmuser.html, number sign Finland. Germany. Bonn.de/Kunstmuseum, Kunstmuseum, Bonn. dhm.de/links.html, museums in Germany. webmuseen.de, Museumslandschaft, museums list. museen-in-bayern.de, Bavaria Museums. Hamburg.de/Bahoerden/Museen, Hamburg Museums. Italy. Castagna.it/mal/English, Amadeo Lea Museum, La Spezia. Castagna.it/mal, Italian and German. cesmap.it/index_e.html, CESMAP Study Center and Prehistoric Art Museum, Pine Rollo. cesmap.it, Italian. keats-shelley-house.org, Keats Shelley House, Piazza di Spagna, Rome. capodimonte.selfin.net, Museo di Capodimonte, Naples. racine.ra.it, Museo Internazionale del Ceramici, Faenza. dinamica.it/col, ceramics. guggenheim.org/venice.html, Peggy Guggenheim Collection, Venice. uffizi.forenza.it/welcome.html, Uffizi Gallery, Florence. uffizi.forenza.it/indicartisti.html, index of artists with some images such as Botticelli's. uffizi.forenza.it/dipinti/botvina10.html, the birth of Venus. uffizi.forenza.it, Italian. arca.net/uffizi, virtual Uffizi. alfea.it, the Virtual Museum of Pisa. sbas.forenza.it/musei/musei3.htm, Musei Gallery Statali. sbas.forenza.it, Superintendenza dei beni artistici e storici di Firenze. Norway. netvik.no/storgatus/af_muset/index_e.html, Astrup Fearnley Museum of Modern Art, Oslo. museumsnet.no/engels/k/muser/muser.html, museums in. museumsnet.no/engels/k/muser/muser_alpha.html, alphabetical order, by region, etc., from. museumsnet.no, Museumsnet Norway. museumsnet.no/engels/k, English, French, and German. umu.se/nordic.museology/nm/nordmuser.html, number sign Norway. Spain. bcn.fjmiro.es, Joan Miró Foundation, Barcelona, Spain. Guggenheim.org/Bilbao, Guggenheim Museum Bilbao, Bilbao, Spain. mcu.es/prado/index_eng.html, Museo del Prado, Madrid, Spain. offcampus.es/tissen/homepage-eng.html, Thyssen-Bornemisza Museum, Madrid, Switzerland. Photomuseum.ch, Photomuseum, Winterthur. Luzern.ch/museen/museum04.htm, Kunstmuseum Luzern, Museum of Fine Arts, Lucerne. Verden.hospvd.ch/index.html, Musée de la Main, Lausanne. Kunstmuseum Basel.ch, Museum of Fine Arts, Basel. Kunstmuseum Basel.ch/menueng.htm, English and German. epfl.ch/burger, World Art Treasures. epfl.ch/burger/foundation.html, Jacques-Edouard Berger Foundation, Lausanne, and EPFL, Swiss Federal Institute of Technology. arte24.ch, Arte24, Art, Culture. unibas.ch/museum, Basel Museums. unibas.ch/museum/d/atos.htm. ville.ge.ch/musenfo/en/home.htm, Geneva Museums. swissart.ch/museums, art museums. UK. France Museums. paris.org/musees, museums of Paris, Musées de Paris. Chateauversailles.fr, Château de Versailles, near Paris. Chateauversailles.fr/n, English. Chateauversailles.fr/610.asp, The Carriage Museum. Culture.fr. cnac-gp.fr/English, Centre Georges Pompidou. cnac-gp.fr/musée, Musée National d'Art Moderne. cnac-gp.fr, in French. Louvre.fr/louvre.htm, The Louvre, Paris. louvre.fr/anglais/musée/collecy/mona.htm, most famous painting in the world. cnam.fr/index_english.html, Conservatoire National des Arts et Métiers. culture.fr/culture/Bordeaux, Musée des Beaux-Arts de Bordeaux. musee-orsay.fr, Musée d'Orsay, Paris. marie-quimper.fr/musée, Musée des Beaux-Arts de Quimper. musee-rodin.fr, Musée Rodin, Paris. musee-rodin.fr/biotx-e.htm, Auguste Rodin. lion.cci.fr/musée-des-tissas, Textile Museum of Lyon. musexpo.com/English, Art and Culture, Major French Museums Guide. musexpo.com, French, English and Italian. paris.org/musees, museums. paris.org/expos, exhibitions. paris.org/maps/mm, monuments/museums. paris.org, Paris. giverny.org/museums, Giverny and Vernon Museums. giverny.org/monet/welcome.htm, Claude Monet's Garden. Netherlands Museums. hollandmuseums.nl, Holland Museums. dru.nl/kunstcultuur/centraal_museum/number-GB, Centraal Museum Utrecht. wins.uva.nl/museum, Computer Museum, University of Amsterdam. hgm.denhaag.nl, Aagjes Gemeente Museum, The Hague. dse.nl/jazzmuseum/index-uk.htm, Jan Adams and Levin Museum. aidem-media.com/lava/galleries/museums, museums. limu.nl/lb museum, Limburgs Museum, Limburg. museon.museon.nl, Museum, The Hague. nhmmaastricht.nl, Natural History Museum, Maastricht. nhmmaastricht.nl/1kin_ind.hdm, Kids Museum. nhmmaastricht.nl/number English and Dutch. tilburg.nl/textile museum, Netherlands Textile Museum, Tilburg. tilburg.nl/textile museum/UK index 2.hdm, English and Dutch. rembrandthuis.nl, Rembrandt House Museum, Amsterdam. inform.nl/rijks muse, Rijksmuseum, Amsterdam. stedelijke.nl, Stedelijk Museum of Modern Art, Amsterdam. stedelijke.nl/eng/index.html. museum.ruu.nl, University Museum, Utrecht. dse.nl/Van Abbe, Van Abbe Museum, Eindhoven. Contemporary Art. gallery-guide.com/museum/Van Gogh, Van Gogh Museum, Amsterdam. channels.nl/m.html, Amsterdam Museums. dse.nl/cultuur/number music, Eindhoven Museums. nbt.nl/details-int-muse.html, museums in the Netherlands. nbt.nl, Netherlands Board of Tourism, NBT. hollandmuseums.nl, Holland Museums. hollandmuseums.nl/uk/info/welcom.html, Netherlands. Association of Museums. tribute.nl. hollandmuseums.nl/muse_uk.html, all museums. museumserver.nl, the museum server. museumserver.nl/e_index.shtml, English. inform.nl/musa, musa in Netherland. noord-holland-tourist.nl/uk/museum_square/musa.htm, North Holland Museums. noord-holland-tourist.nl/uk/museum_square/plats.htm, by city. kmm.nl, Krölermüller Museum. rijksmuseum.nl, Rijksmuseum Amsterdam. Van Gogh Museum.nl, Van Gogh Museum. houseboatmuseum.nl, Houseboat Museum. Amsterdam Museums. A museum card gets you discount access to the major mainstream museums. Buy them at the museums. amsterdammuseums.nl, map of 33 museums. pilgrimhall.org/leidenmuseum.html. archim.nl, architecture. artist.nl, zoo. beursvanberliage.nl, architecture. bijbelsmuseum.nl, Bible Museum. corpus-expertience.nl, Human Body Museum. deopel.nl, art. dehortis.nl, garden. deburcht-vakbondsmuseum.nl, history of Dutch trade. de-n8.nl, museum event, bunch of museums open at night. energetica.nl, energy production, lightning effects. gemeentierchief.amsterdam.nl, municipal archives. huismarseille.nl, photography. kon-paleisAmsterdam.nl, palace. montevideo.nl, art. Nijuwekerk.nl, art. openhavenmuseum.nl, maritime history. oudekerk.nl, old church. persmuseum.nl, printing press. smbia.nl, art. stedelijke.nl, art. tin.nl, theater. tropenmuseum.nl, tropical museum. uva.uva.nl/apm, Allard Pearson Museum. uva.nl/facilities/museums, museums at the university. Verzetmuseum.org, War Museum. Amsterdam Historical Museum. Kafferstraat 92. 523-1822. ahm.nl. Anne Frank House. Prinsengracht 263. 020/556-7100. annefrank.nl. Botanical Gardens/Hortus Botanicus. Plantage Midden Lawn 2A. 625-8411. hortus-botanicus.nl. Condom Museum. Warmoestraat 141. 627-4174. Condomary. Corn. Electric Ladyland. The first museum of fluorescent art. Tuileli Edwarsstraat 5. 420-3776. electric-lady-land.com. Eyeglass Museum/Brill Museum. Gosthuismalens Teague 7. 421-2414. Brielle Museum Amsterdam.nl. Heineken Brewery Museum. Stadhouderskade 78. 523-9436. Beer Museum. Hidden Church/Amstelkring. De Diesichtsvoorburgwal 40. 624-6604. Museum Amstelkring.nl, Church in the Attic Museum. Jewish Historical Museum. J. Daniel Meyer Pleen 2. 626-9945. jhm.nl. Kroller-Muller Museum. Hoogvliet National Park. 031-859-1041. kmm.nl. A park, mostly art. Maritime Museum/Scheepvaart Museum. Kattenburger Plain 1. 523-2222. ShePVARtmuseum.nl. National Trade Union Museum / Vakbonds Museum. Henri Pollock Lawn 9. 624-1166. fnv.nl/VAK Bonds Museum of the Dutch Trade Union Movement. Nemo/Science Center. Oosterdock 2. 531-3233. Numet.nl. e-nemo.nl, Voyage of Discovery. Open Monument Day. 627-7706. OpenMonumentendag.nl. On Open Monument Day in early September, you can visit many public and private buildings. Portuguese Synagogue. Mr. Visser Pleen 3. 624-5351. Rembrandt House. Jodenbriestraat 4-6. 520-0400. Rembrandthuis.nl. Rijkemuseum. Stadhouderskade 42. 674-7000. rijksmuseum.nl. rijksmuseum.com. Art Museum, Rembrandt. Stedelijk Museum. Paulus Potterstraat 13. 573-2737. Stedelijkjk.nl. Art Museum. The Erotic Museum. De Diesichtsachterbergwal 54. 624-7303. 5 floors. The Hash Marijuana Hemp Museum. De Diesichtsachterbergwal 130-148. 623-5961. The Sex Museum. Damrak 18. 622-8376. The Torture Museum. Single 449. 320-6642. Trepen Museum. Linnaeusstraat 2. 568-8215. kit.nl/Tropen Museum. The Developing World. Vincent van Gogh Museum. Paulus Potterstrasse 7. 570-5 5200. Van Gogh Museum.nl. Vroeg Museum. Mybergdrief 15. 566, 9111. Anatomical Specimens. Woonboot Museum / Houseboat Museum. Across from Prinsanger. 296. 427, 0750. Houseboatmuseum.nl. Houseboats and Canals. WWZ Resistance Museum / Vertsitz Museum. Plantage Kirk Lawn 61. 620-2535. Verzettsmuseum.org. Amsterdam Sex Museums. If you're into old porn, there are a bunch of photos at the Erotic Museum, even a collection of Betty Page photographs. Amsterdammuseums.nl, map of 33 museums. Sex Museum Amsterdam.nl. Amsterdam.info/entertainment. Amsterdam.info/museums. amsterdam-museum/sex_museum.html. flyingpig.nl/whatso-and/museums-galleries/sexmuseum.shtml. lovetripper.com/issues/photo-gallery/sex-museum/index.htm. tripadvisor.com. Condom Museum. Warmoestraat 141. 627-4174. Condomary. Corn. The Erotic Museum. De Diezichtsachterbergwal 54. 624-7303. 5 floors. The Hash Marijuana Hemp Museum. De Diezichtsachterbergwal 130-148. 623-5961. The Sex Museum. Damrak 18. 622-8376. Sex Museum Amsterdam.nl. Torture Museum. Single 449. 320-6642.